back to another trek through the dungeon. It's been a very, very interesting experience. Daydreaming up a new build, enjoying the new build enough to actually want to do more of it. It's just, I don't want to say it's not something I'm used to, but that would be at least a little more honest, I suppose, because yeah, I'm used to doing. I've done so much of reliable, standard, basic, renewable stuff that trying something out of my comfort zone is a new thing to me. But the good news is, let's see if I have it handy up here. No, I don't. Okay. The good news is, with this territory comes me trying to learn something new. Uh, I ran an octopode wizard trying to become a transmuter, and as you can see, did really well. And dang, I could have won the game if I hadn't been stupid about it. After that, I died on floor 4. I died on floor 3. I died on floor 3. I died before my characters were good at running multiple times. I died in a Bailey. This was stupid. I was winning, and then I just decided I was going to melee an alligator snapping turtle until I died. So that was just dumb. But in essence, I feel like I had 1, 2, 3 runs get off the ground to the point that they should have won. 1, 2, 3, 4 that I don't know if it was me playing badly or if the build is not viable, and 3 that just died too early. So I'd like to play a little bit more Octopi and see if I can get my win rate higher. In the meantime, I want to keep messing with this build and seeing if I can get this build better. I strongly believe that starting off with a blink and a magic dart, or with a strong bridge to transmutations of air, is the way to go. So that's why Venom Mage and Hedge Wizards are the classes openers I've done the most of. I did mess around with Fire Elementalist briefly, just because having nuking damage feels like it gets me through the early game a bit more. But A, at any point you put into fire is a point you don't put into air and transmutation, so it's wasted. And B, it's it's not actually very good for escaping. It's only good for when you're winning. So I'm kind of leaning more towards Hedge Wizard and Venom Mage. And of the two of these, this one feels like it has the most potential as long as you can get some method of dealing with the enemies that cannot be poisoned. Hedge Wizard, I need to learn about stabbing. That's what I need to do. I'm betting you that my stealth skill helps with stabbing somehow, and I just don't know it. Does damage plus bonus times multiplier, where bonus depends on dex and stealth/weapon skills. Okay. So yeah, so stabbing is probably my solution. If I can figure out a way to use my stealth stabbing against undead enemies, and then use wands for disabling, maybe so I'm kind of confused. Because mostly what I'm doing with Hedge Wizard is Blink and Magic Dart, uh, and Mephitic Cloud. And this is Sting, Mephitic Cloud, no Magic Dart. So I have no means of dealing with invincible enemies. So both of them, in essence, come back to being stabbers. Again, I just talked myself into Hedge Wizard. Yeah, we're gonna do Hedge Wizard. Ooh, this is an amazing opener for me. Let's begin by putting everything into the thing that's gonna help me live the best. I have deep water tiles in the beginning, so I have a safe haven to retreat to if everything goes pear-shaped. With attacks of opportunity added to the game, you have to be even more afraid than usual of getting into melee or close to melee with anything. Can't stand your ground fighting here, you gotta run all the way back because the game was kind enough to give me some place I could do this. Oh my god, wow, what a terrible opener. Thank god for the water or I would be dead already. Alright, one enemy that cannot be... Aha! Don't target the wrong enemy! Okay, I'm constricted and already forced to use my one early potion, which really sucks. But by refusing to take a suboptimal fight, I've escaped the fact that unfortunately my magic darts were targeting the wrong enemies. And lived long enough to take Blink. That's good. Are you serious? So this is the kind of character who's going to end up dead on floor 1 at the rate that I'm going. Let me rephrase. This is what it feels like to die on floor 1. I don't know how it's going to happen exactly. Maybe it won't happen, but nothing about this is making me feel like my character is doing well. I have no reliable escape tools or survival tools. Oh, and there it is. There's the knoll. So now it's a choice between taking on a knoll, which is no choice at all, or going upstairs and 3v1ing 4v1ing, which is also no choice. I can blink, which I should attempt, and head straight back for my drowning pond. I took a wrong turn. I need to correct that. Alright. Best attempt at a blink I was going to get. Still not a very good one. There we go. Live in my drowning pond. Anybody else coming? Okay. Good. Jackal-packle. Not ideal. But they're dead. That's good enough. There we go. We made it to Mephitic Cloud. Our odds of winning have gone up significantly. I don't care if it's astonishingly difficult to cast, I'll get there. Now I'm going to focus air magic and trickle poison magic. Poison magic because I have the aptitude. I didn't think of that. The aptitude to poison magic makes opening as a poison mage even better. You spend less points to get to where you need to be. Let's position myself to escape if I have to. Okay, good. Position myself to escape if I have to. Very good. Very good. Jolly, jolly good. Ooh! Could have used that when I was running halfway across the floor from one enemy, but better late than never. Okay, it looks like we've got one person come to view us, so hello there. Thank you for coming out, and I hope you enjoy this. Okay, we have a bookshop. That's excellent. I almost always go Gazog when I play period, but definitely when I play an Octopode, because filling up ring slots can be difficult in a 3-rune game without some solid access, and shops plus the ability to summon shops tends to be the best way to go about it. Okay, this is a bad. If I kill him, I'm going to be forced into melee with everyone else. So I'm just going to back off and try a different staircase because I'm out of mana. This is better. I'll take one snake, please. Good. Now I can come down for the adder. No muss, no fuss. We are already down from 30% to 26% fail on Mephitic Cloud, so that's significantly improved. I'll take a see invisible over nothing. I will not take a crystal plate mail. Oh, wow, not good. It's a good thing that didn't catch me. I could have blinked out of it, but I'm glad I don't have to. Did you go back? I don't have enough scrolls to be excited about re-IDing them. This is going to be important. Let's see what's available. Mephitic Cloud and Ignite Poison is really good. Olgreb's Toxic Radiance. So just those two together should be enough to get me through if I get stuck. Statue forms available. So I have a strong transmutation available to me, and I have a strong method of offense available to me. If the game does not gift me the ability to do the build I want, I still can survive off the build I got. Assuming infinite money and long-term survival and a large enough EXP growth to get there, which is an assumption I have to make. Or I would never get out of bed in the morning. Okay, Sigmund insta-confused me, and I don't know my curing potion. I will attempt a potion. That was it. We're gonna break LOS with him as fast as possible. And now from here, we can decide how long it is to the stairs. It's a long way to the stairs. We might have to Mephitic and pray. Now that's why we attempted the Mephitic before he showed up. He can still confuse me, so it's important to not get too close. Now that I'm on the stairs, I'll take another pot shot. Okay, he completely evaded me. Sigmund on D2, guys. Sigmund on D2 plus a null pack. I'm not, and a shafting. I'm not saying that this was a bad start, but I'm not saying it either. That was a mistake. I didn't have to force him to melee me. Okay. We now have our net. You know what we should do? We should dive. And hope for a better floor down here. I should not have read a scroll at random. I was kind of thinking that teleport was okay, but not ideal. Oh, what is this? Foxfire, Necrotize. Okay, nothing critical. It would be nice to have that Foxfire if it was possible, but it's not worth worrying about. Drain is nearby. Mephitic Cloud should be enough to win a Drain. Especially since I don't care about water. In fact, I find it an advantage, so let's try and get in there. Get back our mana. Good. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Boop. Okay, this is a bad place for a pitched fight. Trade a little bit of HP for a little MP there. Okay, in we go. We have a deep water pocket right by the entrance. We're definitely going to use that if we get into a dicey situation. Track the snake. Confuse the snake. Murder the snake. Push off the jackal. Push off the adders. Drown the brigand. Fail to drown the brigand. It's backing off in response to me. That's really sophisticated. That could have killed me very easily with just a couple unlucky hits. So take that as a lesson from me. Use your mana better in those situations. I didn't have to be reduced to that. I could have kept him at bay better. All right, Mephitic Cloud is now down to sub 20% failure. That's good. We're still training everything. I do feel the need to keep poison on a little bit longer at least, because the only books that I've found thus far that promise any sort of mid to long game potential are poison related. Mephitic Cloud plus Ignite Poison will help a lot for dealing straight damage with Fire Clouds whenever I need to. Oh, crap. Okay, if they can swim, then... Okay. Yeah. I have to assume when constricted, their evasion goes down, so getting the constrict off before killing them actually has a lot of value. Okay, we good? Not quite. I still don't think I've gotten much loot in this sewer, and I'm used to getting sewer loot, so it's kind of frustrating that I've only gotten a handful of potions, none of them doubled. Scroll of teleport has at least been identified, so that's good. Let's get out of the sewer. Unhelpful. I got some darts, so can't complain about that. 7 poison darts is 7 more than I had before. No! Bad, bad, baby, bad, bad. I have no means of breaking line of sight, no means of getting away from this. I just have to pray I don't get double smited before I can do this. I'd rather we all be confused for sure. Okay. That could have ended much worse. Oh, that priest could have done some serious damage to me. You could argue I didn't have to engage, but then I would have been taking pot shots from the wizard the whole way, and one confused would have made my situation much worse. Okay. Now I'm less afraid of these guys. Is there a deep water pocket somewhere I can utilize? No, okay, that's fine. We're gonna get them into this hallway here, and then we'll kill them here. Good. Very good. That one's as good as dead. Okay. There's a 4th one in their 3-pack. I will absolutely trade up for a Spear of Flaming since I'm not really on the stabbing plan just yet. We just picked up Starburst, Ignition, and Fireball. Fantastic options. Ignition, Fireball, Starburst. So now I could make the argument that instead of going deeper into Poison, I should go deeper into Fire to have direct damage options. I'm not leaning that way, but it's worth considering that that exists. I'll definitely take bonus AC for nothing. And no extra cost. Floor clear, next floor. Are we good enough to take on Sigmund now? 11% spell failure. I think we can deal with Sigmund now. Especially since we also have the curing potion. It's amazing how he was both times in the wrong place for us. Alright, come on. Now he's confused. Now he is somewhat heavily poisoned. Keep enough for a double Mephitic, please. There we go. Let's get him even more poisoned. With that kind of poison in him, he won't live very long. Let's not get sideswiped by his scythe. He's dead. Alright. It looks like the floor is cleared. We either killed the gnolls or just avoided them once. Okay. It's a tough call here. The correct short-term decision would be to buy the Scroll of Blinking so that I know what my Blink Scroll looks like immediately. The longer-term solution would be to try and tough it out long enough to pick up Gazog right away instead of not having enough money to afford Gazog and giving up a lot of pie to gain in profit. I'm gonna be. I'm inclined to say I have an evocable. I have a spell blink, so I don't need the scroll blink as desperately. So I'm gonna go without it. Speaking of which, 14% fail on that, so we should try and bring that up to snuff. We can ditch poison magic for now until the theoretical becomes actual. Ordinarily, I would try and train some evade too for like a defensive skill, but I think it's a little bit 10% less necessary just because I'm wearing the ring for the same value. I can deal with him, I just don't want to if I don't have to. Picked up some necro spells and cantrips in general. Oh, this is a bad spot to fight. Good. Good. Very bad. Much better. That corrosion really hurt. All right, and it looks like we're just about cleared with this floor. That's bullshit. I don't know who's responsible for this, but at some point, I believe the game code has been rewritten in a way that lets you spawn adjacent to monsters when you come down a staircase, and that really should not be. You need a bubble, a safe haven bubble. Not for realism. I don't care about realism. For gameplay, it's you shouldn't be in contact with numerous enemies the moment you step down a staircase. And I know this was technically not like contact, but no, I've seen it happen where literally I was in melee the moment I walked down the staircase. Uh, okay, I failed to cast a Mephitic Cloud there. That's awful. And then I ran into the fire. What was that last one? Might and heal wounds. Okay, good. That's what I needed. Okay. Now with might, I can probably just kill these guys. But let's not get 3v1'd. Okay, we're just gonna die. That's fine. Very bullshit. Okay. All this predicated on a miscast of Mephitic Cloud. Can you imagine? But I can't go upstairs because there's an ogre waiting right there. Okay. Let's Curari his ass. Okay. Reflect projectile, that's fine. I'm astounded how many miscasts I'm getting on this spell. War Axe of Freezing is too slow. It's a War Axe. Finally got my ID scroll ID'd. Let's ID a few of these. Okay. Acquirement is good. Warlock's Mirror is going to drop off precipitously as the game goes forward, but it's going to be decent until I have my transmutation going. A giant pile of gold is actually going to help me a lot right now by letting me get that blink scroll, which at the rate that the game has been shitting on me, could actually save my life. So I'm going for it. Okay. Pick a couple of these. And what is Gazog charging me to enter? 73 gold? Yeah. So I can, that was the big thought for me, is I can still enter Gazog whenever I like. I'll grab a handful of those. Okay. Seems like a bit of a waste, and it is a bit of a waste, but I I suck at the early game ID. Well, I don't suck at it. The early game IDs is a terrible reason to lose the game. So, what's your 64% odds of bursting you? I'll take that. Oh, boom! Gazog's right here. That might have changed my mind on the acquirement, but I'll take what I can get. This game is finally starting to do well. Oh, and you know what this means? It means I have enough gold for a emergency Gazog petition. So yeah, that acquirement actually is making more and more sense by the minute. Again, I wouldn't want to train shields, considering that I'm going to be ditching them. There's a bookshop, yeah? Yeah, let's go there. It's worth picking up at least one more spell of value at this stage, I would say. Young Poisoner's Handbook gives me OTR and Sting. And Trismegistus Codex gives me Ignite Poison. So those two together give me everything I need for now. I don't care for this. Don't care for that. Don't care. This I will want, in theory, at some point in the unforeseeable future. Yeah, so we're going to go AB. I still have, now I don't have enough for potioning, but I do have enough to immediately prep this. So now, all I have to do is set about making Ignite Poison readily castable. Transmutations of Poison. I'm getting transmutations. I'm not getting transmutations. I was getting translocations. Well, my bad. That's the wrong spell thing. Trickle into that. Good enough. As I get more intelligence, all these are going to become more castable, so that's fine for now. My preferred method of poisoning things for the moment needs to still be darts. Oh, I'm confused. That's unfortunate. What confused me? Oh, I confused myself. Duh. Okay, good. Well, I'm not confused now, so now I'm perfectly capable of miscasting without the confusion. Let's not die because I've got hubris. Let's just use what I have to not die, shall we? Can you, like, not just magically dodge everything? You Omaedashi. We're gonna take on Sting, actually. Yeah. Let's try and use Sting to poison things. Alright, pull the bear. Much better. Much, much better. Seriously, guys, can I just have one nice straightforward descent, please? Would that be too much to ask? So yeah, you know what? I don't think it's that I got worse at octopodes per se. I think it's that I just don't understand this version of the game. Is the real problem, and that there's some things that have been changed in the way the defaults are, or the enemies are split, or the spacing that's fundamentally made the game harder since I last played, or since I last upgraded versions. Okay. That's bad. Getting flanked, and I don't have RC. I don't have a means of getting around this, so this is why we actually took the time to buy a blink scroll, because that's a situation where the blink scroll may just have saved our life, where we couldn't afford to miscast a random blink. I think at this point, Ignite Poison is more trouble than it's worth. It's casting, it miscasting sets me back immensely in terms of my mana reserve right now. It's a sizable fraction of my mana reserve, and it's not super reliable. Yeah, in any situation where I could get away with not with not needing to do that. Much like I'm not using Olgreb's Radiance just yet. I need to be a little more cautious when I ignite poison. Okay, what do you got, boy? Summon Forest is a strong mid-game spell. Okay, there we go. Our first option. Blade Hands will get you through the entire layer on its own strength as a transmuter, so now I can safely afford to dump all my points into transmutations instead of worrying that I might box myself in and have nowhere to go. I don't need air magic right now. Mephitic's in a good place, and I haven't found it yet. That was beautiful. I get more attention. Set up a fire pit. Ignite it too early and run for the hills. I get one more shot at this. Got it. Get out. Yeah, anybody was hoping that the early game in this would be atypical and amazing. No. You're playing a physically infirm class, and you need to do everything you can to stay alive. You need to be clever. You need to be over cautious, etc. It's worth it in the end, but you got to get to that end. How am I on poison? Toxic Radiance. I'm going to take a shot at Toxic Radiance. Perfect. Pull it off nicely. All right, we've earned our way back to that 400 cutoff that I pissed away in order to get all of my spells online. Good. Good. What else you got? Poison. Ah, burn. So yeah, I was 2 miscasts and 1 or 2 bad attacks away from being dead there. That's the kind of thing I mean when I say, like, I'm not sure if I'm playing badly or if the build is bad. Like, Noel would not have the problem that I just showed you there, but the fact that a Noel wouldn't have that problem means that I don't know if is it that I'm bad because I've played too many Noels and I'm spoiled, or uh, is it rather that the class itself is it just a challenging one to play? That's all. I don't need those. I do need to. Oh my god, this is such a bad situation. Teleport, if you ever needed one, is now. Can you get out of this mess, please? I don't know what this weird shuriken shape in the middle of the level is all about, but it's nastily placed. Okay. Are we just gonna die here? 64%. Got him. In fairness, it wasn't like I had a 64% chance. It was like he dodged 2 rounds of Mephiticking. Are you serious? Who the hell puts a Cyclops on D7? The sadist, that's who. Avoid this whole area. Well, it doesn't matter if we marked him for avoid. He came after us. It's not that he's not killable, it's that it's a coin flip whether or not he hurls a large rock that connects, and if he does, I'm dead. Every single one of these things is high level. There's an acid dragon, a pyro. Jesus Christ! Okay, I can't deal with this enemy, actually. Yeah, I can't deal with this enemy. He's just stronger than me in every way. I certainly can't afford to blink to the other side of him. If I step up and right, I take an attack of opportunity. But I am safe for a second. Then I cure once. Continue to do this. Teleport trigger. Attack of opportunity. Cure once and live. Okay. And now I have the ability to conditionally not die to a fire attack. Great. 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 Is there something I forgot to do? Something I forgot to pick up or memorize? I could go down the ice route and go frozen ramparts, maybe. I've invested heavily in transmutations, but I don't have a transmutation that's going to win me the game. I could go ice form. Yet another enemy that I cannot kill, can't really mess with. I should skip this floor, but at that point, how many floors have I skipped? Fear might buy me another life. That's good. There's actually a lot of really good armors in this shuriken shape. And it's just that I can't use them, so they're not useful to me personally. Okay, that was a named unique. No, it wasn't. It was a vampire. That was a named unique. Let's head this direction. I think I might be okay here. Okay. Crazy Youth. Yeah, I'll take on Crazy Youth. I mean, relative to some of the other nasties on this floor, he doesn't even tilt the numbers. And I got an extra curing potion out of it. That's definitely worth it. I'm not even sure how that happens, but okay. I do want the Manticore to follow me. Let me shout once, see if I can get him to follow. Not good enough. You'll do nicely as a kill target. Kind of pulling an ambush predator thing here. Ooh, Rapier or Freezing 3 is probably worth hanging on to. I'm either using one or the other of those when I attack, yeah. Can we attract without needing to do anything here? There we go, we got his attention. Okay. Doesn't matter about the barbs. Eat the barbs. Doesn't matter. You don't have a choice. I'm gonna lignify here because I need the extra HP while he gets confused and hopefully dies. Can we switch weapons to the freezing one? Okay, I don't know what just hit me there. Fuck me, man. I could have used another curing potion, I guess, but like seriously, what? Okay. When I'm not feeling sad about myself, objectively, I had scrolls of poison, and I had ignite poison. I had at least one board clear available to me. But this is kind of my point. I don't know if it's that the build is only good when you get lucky, which I would accept, or if it's that I'm playing sloppy. And I think it's that I'm playing sloppy because this was survivable. But it is kind of sort of frustrating that in now 11 runs, I've had 1, 2 make it to the lair, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's 4 make it to the lair, and 5 not even make it to the lair. It looks like I get to temple pretty reliably. That's 8 make it to temple. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll figure something out. This is fun. Like I prefer having to think about my game and play well to just getting it autopiloted every single time. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.